Hey guys, so this is just going to be my last Scream video for the day, and this one is more bad ideas and who shouldn't be the killer in Scream 7. Okay, so we're starting off with 100% this should not be another family revenge story. So, that discounts any marker, any other family member coming back from the past. This has been done to death already in the Scream franchise. It shouldn't be anybody whose death has been faked. Death fake outs don't really work in Scream, as was obvious from the last movie. Just from casting in the last movie, Dermot Mulroney was obviously one of the killers, just from casting. So the moment his daughter dies in the movie, and I'm still thinking Dermot Mulroney is one of the killers, I knew she was as well. I just knew it straight away. Usually, Scream can get me with a little bit of a twist-ish sometimes, but that one did not get me at all. It was super freaking obvious. Okay, so the idea of this being the actual next generation of the Prescott family, and Tatum, Sydney's daughter, possibly being one of the killers as well. This is also a pretty bad idea. There is a family proclivity for murder, obviously, in that family, with both Roman and Jill. But having another Prescott heel turn, this includes Sydney actually ever turning into a killer. Just really, really bad ideas. Especially Sydney turning into a killer. Like, I get that the theme of this movie might be, trauma changes people. It doesn't change Sid. It doesn't change Sid to the point where she starts killing people. She starts killing her friends. No. Trauma makes Sid stronger. Every movie along the way, Sid goes from being reactionary to eventually in Scream 5 simply going straight after those killers. And then being like, I'm done with this shit for now. That's Sid being done, being a victim at all. That doesn't mean that she's turning into the killer. That's, again, really dumb idea. So it being a cult of Ghostface, unfortunately the idea has just been out in the world for the last 25 years and wouldn't surprise anybody. So that makes that a bad idea now. Stu being in a mental hospital and Sid knowing all along that Stu was in a mental hospital, but the general public not knowing. I really don't see a high-profile case like the Woodsboro murders, them being able to do a secret trial and putting Stu in a mental hospital, no matter how rich people think his parents actually are. No. More on the general cover-up. The more and more I think about, just the idea of how many people would have to have been paid off or looked the other way, and over the last 30 years nobody's done a TV interview about a very high profile case, and slipped up or just come out for the money and said, hey, well, this happened. No. It being Christina Carpenter, so the Carpenter's mum. It would involve a lot of retconning, especially probably because you'd end up saying that she was in on the original murders back in the day. Again, it would again either be another family revenge story, or a blast from the past. In that case, it just doesn't hold water with the girls not being in the movie. So if the girls aren't in the movie, it doesn't make sense for their mum to end up being the killer. It being Chad or Mindy finally breaking. There is a possibility that this one does hold a little bit of water with how Chad's being portrayed in the trailers as being pretty over it from the look on his face. But yeah, nah, they're built into the franchise at this point. Well, they may die, but either of them being the killer just doesn't. It just doesn't seem like it would be the right move for the franchise. So what would be the right move for the franchise? I don't know, but none of the above. Because each one of those either has been online forever or took me about 2.5 seconds to come up with the dumbest idea I could think of. And they were it. So, if I have any more, or if you disagree, throw them in the comments below. This will be my last screen video. It's just me screwing around on my day off. I'll probably do a couple more Poptrons today, and then we'll get back to some wrestling, in the next few days. All right.